Yep. I ain't gotta do shit. Oh, is it picking up volume? Seems to be. And it says it's broadcasting. Look, it's Goki. And 12. 12. The dive kick whiffed. That dive kick has disturbingly little recovery when it lands, but not as low as fucking second impact. It's kind of loud on my side. Put it to half. Might be quiet as fuck for everyone else, but that's how I like it. Looks still audible. Nice walkout. That's a good option that 12 has. Even be able to walk under the dive kick, which is the fastest, no, I should say the best angle thing that Akuma can do there. Certainly walk under the, grabbing the palm. I think 12 does have a car throw. Hi. I think it's a pretty good car throw. I got like 3 hours of USF4 and like 30 minutes of Street Fighter 3. Oh, that fucking throw whiff. Mutual throw whiff. I'm taking a break from making my game. The thing that I'm doing right now in my game would probably only take like 10 minutes. But somehow I've taken several hours to do it. Ugh, that's like not too bad of a punish for 12. Obviously a super combo would have been better, but he'll still have the super now, so. Look at that. Jump hard kick just whiffed. That's 12's fat ass jump right there. 12 jumps quite high, especially with a super jump. Imagine being an Akuma player and losing to a 12. Career just ends there. Kiara wa Sugoi. I'm saying the character's strong. Sugoi is strong, I think. Powerful. That would make it much better. And that's why the ROM hacks gave it that. It would make it a much more sensible move. I didn't even know this until somewhat recently, but he can mash buttons to keep it flailing. Which seems like it probably wouldn't be a factor ever, unless they were parrying you. But it's not a move that's parried often. Oh, that fake cross-up. 12's jump angles mean that jump hard kick can hit on the front or the back in the same jump arc based on when he pushes it. And not only that, but the jump hard kick will push the opponent back if it hits on the front. So he'll end up landing in front of you or behind you as well. That can be pretty ambiguous. 12 has some nice jump options. It's off a heavier normal than Oro's jump medium kick, which has similar ambiguous jumps off of his double jump. Ooh, it's over though. Yeah, 12 didn't have to do anything. I'm surprised he even took that throw. Oh, that was kind of cool. Beat Chun-Li meeting in midair. That's like actually going to beat like most people jumping in any context. Nice confirm. He's unique. That's one of the reasons people like playing him a lot. He also doesn't really have the feel of a low tier because his opportunities come fairly often and the number of hits he lands is fairly frequent. It's just that fucking, you know, at the end of the day you're not doing very much damage. There's also the factor of people aren't very good at fighting 12 because there aren't many 12 players, which is kind of an equalizing factor. You don't have that with Sean. Even if people have never fought a Sean in their life, they're usually not too bad at fighting him. But 12 is like an entirely weird creature. That's one of the main reasons people usually overrate 12, although I do think that 12 is probably better than Sean even still. It's a hard call to say who's worse between them. To me, it seems pretty clear that 12 is better. But I've heard so many different opinions from so many people. Are you asking about 4 or 3 Makoto? No, I'm not super duper. I know you can't jump out of crouch light kick or like stand light kick or like even stand medium punch if you hold up after eating a hayate. If I backdash, I get hit by one of those attacks, but even after the cancel to light dash punch, I'm further away, so it's kind of still okay. Ooh. Blocking is fine, but there's just the danger of the Karakusa. Honestly, it was designed to be a mix-up. I think Makoto's plus after a successful dash punch. I don't even know what either of those are. Those are the 2 characters who are like assist characters, right? Maid plus cat and maid plus fucking other maid? I don't remember how it works. I've never thought Remy was very good, but making that tier list recently and realizing that I think he's like bottom 3. I'm so used to seeing tier lists putting Remy above like Hugo or Necro. So when I made my own little tier list that put him underneath the characters who have better tournament success rate, he ended up being surprisingly low. Really caught me off guard. Yeah, that's like a really big part of it. Hugo has a better mix-up, and even though his movement is a lot worse, his damage being better and his parry follow-ups being better end up being pretty significant. Oh, that was gonna dizzy with the juggle. This should kill still. Whew, that was close. Some characters get hit 4 times there, some characters get hit 5, and I think there's a few that get hit 3. If you get hit 5 times by that, that follow-up actually does more damage than his EX follow-ups. So even though Necro could have spent a bar on an EX spin punch, the hard electricity ended up doing more. And light cancel, that normally functions as a standalone confirm, but he did not get the hit. Using a light button to beat like a medium button is not really a thing that you ever see in Street Fighter 3. I shouldn't say never see. But like parry complicates that mix up way too much. You don't try to outspeed a button because you just try and like parry the button, which is a million times more rewarding. And especially because lights aren't very good in this game. A single light won't do anything for you. It'll do like fucking a tiny tick of damage and won't confirm anything. Well, there are certain characters where it, you know, is good. Like Makoto, where one light punch into, or one light kick into light dash punch gives you a mix-up scenario. That can combo on crouching opponents, which it just did. Necro has extended juggles on Hugo when he's cornered. Oh, that hit. I could play some Fightcade. I wasn't planning on it, but I could. Do you want to play? Play Five Nights at Freddy's. I think that's what that message is trying to say. I actually really like that series. And I generally feel like the series got better each game, although I hate 2. My power list is 5, greater than 4, greater than 3, greater than 1, greater than 2. One has like not great gameplay, but the atmosphere is fantastic. They all have good atmosphere. 2 actually has like horrible gameplay. It's like frustrating. It's like very not fun to play, in addition to being stressful. Oh. Honestly, they're one of the best things that's happened to horror games in a long time, in my opinion. One thing that fucked me up about 3 is that Monday nothing happens. I guess Dragon Quest 11 would be next, unless I decide to do 9, which I probably will. One, you could get attacked on the first day. I don't remember if there's any other game that you can't get attacked on the first day. I think Sister Location, you can only die in like very specific parts of the game, so I'm not really going to count that one. Nice. Hugo Mirror is really clowny. I think the busy work, it works pretty well for a first play. It definitely gets less fun if you've like played the game before. But having to do something, like having to focus on something while stressing about something else, I think is very, I think it enhances the fear factor nicely. Even if it's something really simple. That's what Sister Location did pretty well. Is like you'd be like pulling a fucking metal panel. You know, that's hardly busy work. But it gives you something to do. You know, it makes it so you're so much more in control of whether you live or die, which is a very stressful thing, I think. Or like crawling across the ground. Ooh, got him. That was a punish, I think. That towards medium punch has so much range. It has much... It's noticeably slower than towards medium kick, but it has much better frame data on hit and block. Towards medium kick is actually -3 on hit. Which sounds kind of bad, but it's actually... The pushback means it's not usually punishable by much stuff. Unless it's like Kinshipu. It's like -4 on hit. It's like -3 on crouching hit, I think. But an attack being reactable sucks. Towards strong is more reactable, which means it's more parryable. He had a kill there. I think towards medium kick would have juggled, but also a DP would have juggled, and the DP probably would have killed. Might have needed to be EX out. Whoa! Anti-air down light kick. That was risky. He could have died for that. Well, Hugo doesn't actually have very big jumping combos. It sounds strange to say, but like Hugo's max damage on a crouching opponent after a jump in is probably just like down medium kick. Because I don't know if EX Lariat hits crouching Elena at all. He can't combo into SA1 in any way. He can't combo into a clap in any way. Oh, he wanted that parried. Yeah, well, another Hugo might be able to do SA3. Not Dorai, not right now. Not in this match. Probably 4 jabs. That parry, he had much better things he could have done afterwards. That would have been a punish. He played that matchup really well, though. Elena solidly wins in neutral. Hugo literally has to like win in the parrying department or to win the actual match. He could have done a bunch of... No. I don't remember the rules of comboing at the EX Clap. I think the first one is just as hard to land. EX Clap does this really weird thing in Second Impact where I think it resets juggle potential. I don't know if that's a mechanic of all EX moves or just that, or if there's some way that he can do a EX Clap combo without building juggle points. I don't actually know what's going on there. But I know that as long as he's got like a metered infinite in the corner. That was well timed. Got a nice long heal too. Still probably overall good for Remy. It's hard to say. It's really close. Elena's better in the neutral this matchup, but not like way better. She doesn't navigate fireball super duper well. She mostly just has to navigate them the same way everyone else does. And her damage isn't super duper high. And then she needs to kind of get in twice, if you know what I mean, in order to actually get some damage. She has to successfully navigate in to be close range, which is... Ooh. Which is a mix-up in and of itself. And then do the right thing when close. But he got it. Neutral throw. I think that's better corner carry than the forward throw. Neither one's a mesh though, so it doesn't really matter which one you get. Probably. Lena's fine. If you want to play her. Or what are you trying to say? If you want to beat her? Oh, just saying right now, struggle. She's like around the middle of the pack in this game. She's not too good and not too bad. She's a bully to a lot of low tiers though. She doesn't really get smacked in most matchups either, which is kind of nice. She's rarely helpless. Yeah, a little bit. Not enormously. Ryu was pretty good in this game. When I made my tier list, I put him as like top. I put him as like top 8. I put a 3-way tie under the top 5. Simple Elena is pretty easy. Advanced Elena is pretty hard. But Simple Elena is still pretty effective, and it's not super far away from Advanced Elena visually. Like you'll be doing 90% of the same stuff, which is just jumping around in fucking normals. Car throw spam is definitely important, but car throws are not super duper hard. Oh. She definitely has some gimmick moves here and there, if you don't know how to punish them properly. She's got some troll moves, bro. They're all, like, really unrewarding. It's like, yeah, she can get an extra hit off of Spin Scythe to make it safer, make it weirder to punish or whatever, hit people trying to punish the unchanged version. But it does, like, no damage. And yeah, she's got, like, a low she can cancel into, but it's also not super duper rewarding and very unsafe. Even if you just get hit by all of those things, you're not in too much danger. Style with a red parry. Oh. It's on my Twitter, but I don't have a link to it, but someone might be able to pull one up for you. Very nice catch, so it's probably safe range. That back medium, or back hard kick is unthrowable and also airborne. Makes it a very obnoxious move. Gives her a 50-50 every time she's next to you, although that back hard kick doesn't lead to anything. He probably went for 2 parries there. Very nice. Ooh, that was outside regular throw range. That had to be a car throw. Which one is this? Is this the single layer or dual layer? This is the dual layer. I needed a bigger board to really show off how far apart these characters are. They're all too compact in that. Like, if I could help it, that, like, Ryu would be directly below that Ken. There were a couple others. And, like, the Urian would be further to the left as well. I really didn't have enough space to kind of push them out. He got the link into stand light kick. Off of hard and EX Mallet Smash, you can get a combo. Like SF5, actually. But I think you need a crouching opponent for the X1. Or midair. It's also not an easy link. And usually you can't really, like, do anything cool off of that link. You can cancel straight into super, I suppose. Link low short and then super. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that in a match. Oh, there you go. Oh, he went for it. You can get a lot of damage out of that. Midair, EX, Mallet Smash combos to another one. That's pretty accurate. Mallet Smash, even the light one can be reaction parried. But if you're not ready to do that, Mallet Smash will fuck you up. But it's a pretty easy parry and she can't do anything. She can't like super cancel it to make it safe or anything like that. It still works at a high level because it has a really nice hitbox. So you can catch people coming up or going down or whatever. It's got a good incidental success rate. Alex has had probably the 4th least tournament success of any character in this game. He has a lot of the same weaknesses as Q and Hugo, but also lacks some of the strengths they have. His neutral's a bit better. But considering how reliant all of them are on parries at a high level, it ends up not making a huge difference. Alex is really weak to red parries too. That's something that's not often discussed, except occasionally by Alex players. Both EX Chop and EX Elbow can be reaction red parried. And they just make it so that Alex eats a full punish. His overhead can be reaction parried too, but that one's harder. Well, it's an easier parry, but you know. Ran the Hulganai. Oh, this is actually good for Hugo. Ooh, very nice. Grabbed a close medium kick. Elena's traditionally, on a lot of old tier lists, she goes a lot higher than Q. It's because she's less fucked up by matchups. That's how it always is. You gotta be careful as you got in here. You can still eat a super very easily. Or that. Yum was trying to not get supered. Ended up opening himself up to an SPD. Top 5 grapplers in all games. My 5 favorites. I feel like Clark should probably be on there somewhere. Clark is like the epitome of grappler gameplay, I feel. Let me think. Grapplers, I don't hate. I have mixed feelings on Hugo. I'm not gonna say I like him. I do like Abigail. I don't like Abel at all. I find Abel annoying and stressful. It's like, hey, you fucking blocked my step kick. Now I'm 0 and right next to you. Yeah, I know he has no 3-frame, but oftentimes, whatever character you're playing has no 3-frame. Plus, he's got a pretty good 4-frame that he can get huge damage out of. And either stand fierce or crush jab stand fierce. Mika's cancer. Boris also cancer. Zangief is cancer. Don't like any of those guys. Do like Abigail. Kind of like Birdie. No, I definitely like Birdie. But I wouldn't put him top 5. But Abigail might be top 5. Clark is definitely top 5. Clark is cool. Kind of like Maxima too when I'm thinking about KOF grapplers. He's unique. He's a very unique grappler. I like his guard points and his down forward C. King. King's stylish. I don't even play Tekken, but I just think he's cool looking. I like his combos, his air combos ending in grabs and whatnot. I like Giant Swing. I like the screwdriver. I kind of like Murdoch too. But I don't think he'd be top 5, but King is probably top 5. As a character, I like Murdoch more than King. But King is more iconic. King has better design. Grapplers in Tekken is weird. Darn. He's cool. I do kind of like him. Yeah, ghetto unblockable right there. You see that? He just jumped over him. He's like, that's no quick stand. Has hopped right over. No cross up on Urian. Isn't it kind of funny how literally the only character without a cross up in SF5 is Balrog, and only because he never had one? It's like purely a legacy thing. Is there another character with no cross up? I can't immediately think of one. I want to say it's just Rog. Even Urian got one. The X-Mirror to stay safe after getting parried, that was very nice. Vega, I think the idea with Vega is like, why would you need a cross-up air normal because you've got cross-up wall dives. I don't remember which version it was. He didn't used to have a cross-up in SF5. He ended up eventually getting one. It might have been Ultra. It might have been that late. It was like pretty late that he got it. And then he doesn't have charge after he does it, so it's kind of awkward. You don't have a whole lot of good things you can do. The best thing is probably close medium kick. This will kill. Very basic bitch combo, but also optimal. Kashi playing Urian. I believe that. That's a punish. I kind of knew that, but still it's funny to see. That down back fierce is so scary for Urian. Necro can get so much fucking damage out of that. Maybe he's good. It's completely safe. And it's even scarier raising midair. I think it's like perfect. I know you don't get to see it very often. but because of that, it's really only certain people are really good at it. I think the real problem with the third strike engine in terms of that is that stun is really weirdly distributed. So there's certain things I really like about the way the stun system works. Particularly, I like that it tends to all be in very specific moves. It's like most of my combos don't do a whole lot of stun, but I have certain attacks that do a butt ton of stun all at once. I'll do like a third of the opponent's dizzy bar with every stand hard kick. And I can end combos in stand hard kick, but it's unoptimal unless I want to stun. Stuff like that. I think that's cool. The problem is there are certain characters who lack those high stun moves basically entirely. About a third of the characters in this game will never realistically stun the opponent. And that ends up being kind of silly. Urian can occasionally get stuns, but it's not super duper common. Necro gets them all the time. Urian has a high stun super, but no one ever picks it. It's like his least picked version. He did that like it was going to work. That's probably a failed super. Oh. This could still go either way. Necro gets a super. Never mind, it's over. Hits Makotes. Makoto will stun you with those combos, but otherwise doesn't stun super duper often. She does occasionally. The thing I like about the way that the stun is locked away to certain moves is that you have damage optimal combos and stun optimal combos. Which gives you different combos for different objectives. Forces some combo decision making, which is generally lacking in SF5 and actually SF4 as well. SF4 does a different kind of combo decision making. SF4 is more your starter is going to come in some weird place, but you'll usually be able to turn it into your resources. So it's like, how do you turn your weird starter into your resources? That's like the combo decision making in 4. That crouch jab, look, he ate a dash punch and then he crouch jabbed. That's what we were talking about. And that time he ate a dash punch and then got Karakusid, and now he's gonna die. This shouldn't even take any extra resources. Okay, nice. Yes, this is Tominaga. That was a Fukiage right there. Oh, that was lucky mirror disappearing. That mirror would have fucked with this combo actually. That mirror's hard to make it do anything. That's probably the best he could have gotten out of it. But he's got the meter. Ooh, this is nice. Oh, he dropped it. He could have had at least another one of those and then a Stand Fierce. He actually could have had even more. He went for the gold there. No meter left. But still looking good. Urian lives or dies on his meter. Urian's like a upper high tier with bar. And like a low tier without bar. It's the battle of the century. Look, it's Makoto. I think stun always adds something interesting to the game because people play differently when they're at high dizzy. That alone makes it interesting. High stun affects decision making. When I first started playing SF4, I was blown away at how slow it felt, coming from third strike. Isn't that kind of funny? It doesn't feel slow to me anymore. a lot of important things will happen very quickly in SF4. It's really the downtime in SF4 is higher, I think. Urian's a bit unfair. Unblockables are pretty unfair. I get what he was trying to say. Speaking of someone who matches unblockables all the time. Pretty sure he was talking about third strike Urian. Yes and no. There's more loading if you're playing online in SF4. A lot more. Because you can't have the multi-game lobbies. You can't play first to 10 in an SF4 lobby. Quick unblockables are still unfair if you do know how to quick stand for a lot of them. You're telling me Aura's fucking infinite is fair? That's just cheap. I've beaten players much better than me by doing that. In fact, I do it regularly. Ooh, that Cody might be all right. Never mind. Urians are only fair because the resource is really limited. Whoa, it's cutting out. You know what his starters are for the mirror. You know how much meter he has. You know where you are on the screen. You can make like decision adjustments based on those factors, and that's how you have to beat Urian. Oh, lost some footage there. How do I get out of plat? I don't know. Depends on who you're playing as. Oh, that's a really cool thing that Cody just tried to do. EX uppercut is invincible, and if you F80C it, it's +4. So the only way to combo out of it is to either link into low short, which is a 2-frame link but has no good conversions, or to go for crouch jab, which is a 1-frame link but has nice conversions. An unblinkable 1-frame link. Ooh. Oh no. I was playing some SF4 in person recently and I was getting instant air dive kicks like nothing, non-stop. I was like never ever dropping them. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was playing Ultra Makoto. I never labbed that. I never tried to get good at it. I didn't used to be able to do them at all. Now I was doing them like crazy. I can just do it. Must have been playing Makoto in Omega tournaments. Where they're not even good. Oh, nice link. That's 1 frame, I think. I think Giles +4 after upside down. Oh, very nice. Those aren't easy. Whoa, the lag. Was that a chip setup? I think it was. I think that was Fireball into jump hard kick, down strong EX flash kick, and the Fireball plus the 2 hits of EX flash kick did enough. Ooh, very nice. Focus is pretty good against the those kinds of dive kicks. But you need to dash to get some reliable punish, because otherwise you might get a level 1 focus. Or you'll need to charge it too long. And focus is not very good against a lot of the other stuff Makoto can do from close range. Because she could just do like a dash punch or a cancel to dash punch. Or a dash in Karakusa or a dash in anything else. No, I think it's too low. No, we got it. Wow. That was like one of the last frames he could have gotten it. That was very cool. Very far away. Rog is wide. He didn't. I think he had a fireball on the screen still, so he couldn't do a cancel there. But it was kind of the wrong route anyway. Chip kills, I don't mind them, but they often lead to checkmate scenarios, which I think are... they're okay. I generally don't like them, I guess. In SF3, I like them because they lead to parry scrambles, and parry scrambles are cool and potentially lead to some pretty badass stuff. Ooh, anti-air level 2 focus, and then no dash. The Brog dash is how you can pick up like a crush jab or something. Can't pick up very much though. He doesn't have anything to juggle into there, I don't think. In SF4, they're pretty boring because you just die if you like block something with the low enough health, and that's that. In SF5, they're pretty cool because you've got 2 resources that you've got to mind in order to do chip kills, because you can only get the chip kill with a super, but then if you're going to kill the opponent with a chip kill super, if you do it in neutral, they could use their own meter to be invincible, and if you... what the fuck is this footage? If you do it in a block string, they could use a V-reversal to get out of the way. So if they have no meter, you can do a raw super a lot of the time, and if they do have meter, you can do a... you can't do that. If they got no V meter, if they pop V trigger, you can do a chip kill super in a block string on them, but otherwise you can't. I've won a lot of matches like that, lost some too, where the opponent does V trigger and then I do a block string into super. There are a lot of characters who I think are okay in SF5 right now, but I wouldn't mind if they buffed them. I would say that Ryu is probably in that boat somewhere. Probably Blanka as well. I would be legitimately in favor of a buff to Vega and Nash. Probably Alex as well. I kind of feel like even though a lot of the balance is really tight right now, they should just like overbuff just a little bit certain characters to kind of just mix up what characters people play. Ooh, nice bingo. That's dangerous though. It's dangerous thinking. I don't mind Akuma very much. Or Guile. I don't really like... I'm kind of okay with top tier Buki. I'm not super duper fond of top tier Kami, but my character doesn't lose to Kami, I don't think, or at least not badly. Look at that. Only the dust hits in that combo, so it's almost never the right option. Jigglypuff is a pretty stally kind of character. Good movement plus really big air normal hitboxes. Quite a lot of depth with the rest though. Very light. I think she's like the lightest. She's like the second or third lightest character in the game, isn't she? I know Pichu is, I think, the lightest. Remember this character? I don't really understand the hate for Jigglypuff, but also I was a Jigglypuff player in Melee. Jigglypuff is a very unique playstyle from the likes of Fox or Marth, without, like, in my mind, ruining any of the things that they do. I didn't play it, like, super competitively. I played it casually. Everyone did. Not medium kick. Jerry's got some variety. Capcom is like very set on giving a lot of characters exactly one anti-air, or like an easy one and a hard one. But there's really no problem with having like a bunch of successful anti-airs. Jerry's anti-air far strong, I think, works in this game. I wouldn't call it good. Low strong is really good. Low fierce is good. I think stand fierce is good. I don't remember. Far forward can be good. You can meet the midair. Ooh. That overhead's super scary when she's in feng shui. But the feng shui is already almost over. At least Jerry's theme is good. Oh yeah, Jigglypuff has strong neutral. Don't get me started on Fox and Falco. What's Ice Climber's barrier of execution like? I see a lot of footage of like a very mediocre Ice Climber suddenly landing an infinite. Oh, it hurts. And like the Ice Climber will be getting their ass kicked and they'll just get the infinite. It's like, oh, GG. Ice Climber is just the most cancerous character to me. It's just weird to me that like this huge like outcry against Jigglypuff has suddenly come up when there are like 5 equally cancerous characters in the game. Maybe more. Why is Jigglypuff the one that's suddenly shaking everything up and not Ice Climbers? Nice. I mean, I don't really... Jigglypuff is pretty different, so I don't really blame anyone who's just like, I want to play a game that's only Marth. A game that's only Marth would still be a really good fighting game. And Jigglypuff is definitely not Marth. Nice punish. He kept it short and simple. Pick something as fast as possible in order to actually pick up the punish, and then cancel to the strongest thing you could after. If Cody's uppercut was more plus on FADC, that would be really nice for him. Cody's like a legitimate contender for top 5 or bottom 5 in this game. Although he does have a lot of really nice features going for him. Uh-oh. I think he won't get punished here though. That fireball, the rock, actually has really good recovery. God, he doesn't give a fuck about that ultra. This might trade. Never mind, it won. I think Marth isn't cancer at all. I think Marth is one of the fairer top tiers, or like Sheik. Falcon as well. Falcon is pretty fair. Or I wouldn't say fair, it's just like those characters are like, they've got a nice... They got nice mechanics to them. Yeah, I guess purity. I've seen a lot of people say Falcon is not that good in high level. I've seen tier lists that put Falcon like just outside top 5, and then I've seen tier lists that put him like below Samus. Like not even top 10. But like if there was a fighting game of only one character, you know? I think that only Jigglypuff melee would be pretty boring for most people. And most of the interesting stuff about Jigglypuff comes from like trying to pierce that fucking floating wall. But like a fighting game of only Captain Falcon or only Marth would be a lot better to watch. Spaceys as well, actually. You better like Fox Mirrors, because there sure is a lot of them. But they're pretty good. Fox is so technical. He's so quick. Your movement has to be like... There's so much depth to the way you move. Oh, that's an Ultra confirm. He saw a ghost. He got a fake confirm. Nice punish. Ultra? Do Ultra. Oh, he did it. Super late to either Ultra 1 or Ultra 2 for Guile. Ultra 2 doesn't get very much damage, but Ultra 1 gets the full Ultra. Close or Fire Fierce cancels the super, and it's actually not very difficult at all because the super cancel window is a lot longer than the special cancel window. I've done that myself before, actually, that exact punish. Spaceys or Fox and Falco? Space animals. That's what they used to be called, and then people just started calling them Spaceys. I really like Wolf as like a remix on a Spacey. DK is super cool. I'm glad that fucking Smash Ultimate exists so DK can finally get his wings. I love the way it works in Ultimate, where the higher your percent, the harder you have to mash to get out of throws. That's so cool. Shine is a serious candidate for one of the most broken things I've ever seen in a fighting game. Very nice. Kind of hit combo. Worse is in more broken? Let me think. Ah, yes. Reversal medium running bear grab and super SF2. Yagyodon was pretty good. Let's think about Shine for a second, though. Let's think about what we're competing with here. One frame startup, invincible and safe. In fact, plus a lot. Only bounced by incredibly short range. And high pushback in a game where pushback is literally like how you win. Oh, combos easily too. Very nice conversion. If Makoto whiffs an X kick over your head, she'll usually not hit you. But if you're hitting a normal, her X kick might beat your normal. Ooh. Nice punish too. Stun close. Stun still close. This might be stun. Very nice. It's the battle of the century. Sheik has like 1.5 special moves. 1 3/4. Stand fierce, crouch fierce. Fucking Smash community has a lot of stupid names for their fucking everything. Also, Sakurai very deliberately didn't want the game to be competitive. So I'm willing to bet it's at least... Ooh, that was good. Counter hit, delayed connect towards strong. It's Cody. The style combo to kill too. He was gonna kill anyway. Look, this again. Oh, that hurts. This is almost done again. Brave no teching. Surprised it didn't stun. That's Gen's fat jump arc. Oh, look at that. Gen has 2 different focus ranges. No, no way. He actually came real close to winning. He could have dodged that. Neutral jump is really strong in Cody's wake up. It makes EX criminal upper whiff, it makes, it punishes throw attack, delayed throw attack, and it also makes, EX zonk whiff. And even though Cody can FADC those options, he can't FADC them if they whiff. You know what's kind of funny is how much damage all of those up kicks do, because the scaling happens per hit, so you literally like cannot see them at their full damage. Look at that power. Scaling per hit fucked Gen worse than anyone. Scaling per action rather. Oh, nice pickup. Best kills. Gen could have gone to the ceiling and then he would have been fine. Gen could have won that if he just did a different follow-up. That car throw. I played a nice long Ultra set recently. I don't think I played Ken. I was dropping combos left and right, but my neutral was still good. Ooh. Very nice. Ooh. Oh, it fell out. Relying on Tatsu for your conversions is obnoxious. Ken has a lot of things he just has to deal with in this game. He's still a good character. He's one of the better characters in the game. He's like he's like high tier, probably. I put him pretty high, but a lot of people wouldn't. But there's a lot of just like stuff that he deals with. Never mind stand jab whiffing on crouching opponents. All your conversions whiff on crouching opponents unless you're really close. And that being -1. It's not too bad to be -1 when you've got a DP you can FADC and a 3-frame jab, but you know. This kills, I think. Pretty short combo. Oh. Kara focus dash in, Kara throw. Classic. No, I did not get Sekiro. It's actually even debatable that I'm a weeb. Ooh, very nice. Very good link. Gao can link into his flash kick. It's a 4-frame flash kick and he's got +5 jabs. No, I didn't beat Awakening yet. I also didn't beat Emerald. I guess I could get back to one or both of those games. I've been working on my game a lot. Tricky. I thought that was a non-cross up. Just goes to show how ambiguous it can be. It's coming along, coming along, coming along. I'm having fun. MSRP. No. It might end up being free. But it might end up being $5. It depends on how long it is. It depends on where I try and market it. It's not going to try and be something super duper ambitious. But I hope everyone likes the characters. Yeah, I do want some people streaming it. I want some blind plays on YouTube. I might do a limited release just to get a bunch of people enough time to finish their blind playthroughs. It's not going to be a super long game. I want it to be the kind of game you could beat in an afternoon. In a perfect world, I'd like to have a level creator for it, but that might be way beyond my scope. Smart. I don't think that's a true block string, though. Actually, I don't know if it is or not. Ooh, good bingo. I want to hide a lot of stuff in it, too. I want to have a lot of cute gimmick stuff that, like, you probably wouldn't know. My dream is it having a TV Tropes page. That's when I've made it. It's when I have a game that I made with a TV Tropes page. Yes, I know about Project M. Whenever I talk about it, I get all geared up to work on it. Oh, it fell out! EX Taunting is the worst move in the game. I had a really big plan for the competitive. I mean, not for the competitive, but for the combat of my game. I was thinking about a 2-player, but now I'm not really sure. They taunted. Anyway, a lot of the ideas I had have kind of been scrapped because I've changed some of the way the fundamental mechanics I want to work. A hentai game. Unironically, I probably will hide some, not hentai, but some rather risque images in it. Of any and all female characters that end up being in the game. Probably not nudity. I might as well have some male fan service in there too. I can have a belly button in the game. That would actually be fairly easy. Maybe a few. Oh, it's gonna hit. Easy peasy. Wow, that would like get me arrested actually. Never mind getting my game pulled from Steam. I picked up a wooden pallet yesterday and I'm pretty sure I've got a splinter in my finger because it hurts if I touch it from specific angles. But I literally cannot see a splinter. So I'm just like, what am I going to do about this? I got a 970 and an i7. And a couple other nice things here and there. I think I have 12 gigabytes of RAM, but it might be more and it might be less. That does all my needs fine. That better be that Wario's Desert Palace playthrough. I'm definitely curious enough about MK11 to buy it. There are some things I like the look of a lot and some things I'm not very sure about until I play. It all depends on how it feels. It looks like it's going for a more... It looks like characters are trying to have fewer attacks. There's a lot of stuff characters can do in MK. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around. There's like a lot of strings you only see in very specific places. Yeah, the changes to variations I don't like. I like the counter hit stuff. A lot of attacks have a special animation that plays out on counter hit now. Or like other conditionals. That's kind of cool. I still haven't actually done my research on give me. The animation that I want to use. I like watched one video one time and it showed a really simple way of doing it. I was like, rotoscoping. Very nice. But I wonder if there's some super duper simple way to just record it with like a fucking green screen behind me. And then just fucking do something on Photoshop. Or I don't know what. Maybe not Photoshop. Some video editing software maybe. I don't know. Where I just have it playing at 30 or 60 FPS or whatever. And some filter that makes it look, you know, super small amount of available colors. Much lower poly or whatever. Where I don't even have to do any work on it. Or only a very small amount. Making it transparent and whatnot. But I don't want something that ends up looking like Tattoo Assassins. Or like Mortal Kombat 1. I want it to be a lot more low poly than Mortal Kombat 1. Nidhogg is below what I want. That situation's so tricky. It's very easy for Gen to take off that health after he lands that Ultra. But also it's frustratingly difficult because most Ultras just kind of do the damage and that's that. But Gen has to not only do the damage but also open you up. It's not even way stronger at the end of the day. I want it to look better than a DOS game, but not way better. You know what I mean? Monkey Island, maybe. I want it to look like Monkey Island. Monkey Island looks pretty good, especially later on. Maybe I don't want it to look that good. Yeah. I definitely grew up on DOS. We had like a Windows 95 that basically could play DOS games and very little else. And my mom would come home from like EB Games or like various places every few weeks with like a 101 DOS games disc. And they were all like independently developed little games. Whoa. I have no opinion on DB fighters, except that it doesn't look very fun. Ooh, that was nice. That looked like Vextron getting beaten. Sad. Nice convert. He was really far away. Mine almost wouldn't even hit from that far away. And SF5, he landed 2. Kind of hit stand strong, got the link to sweep. You can also pick up a card DP there, but it's harder. Blanka. Ken actually doesn't fight Blanka all that well. Ken lacks, all the Shotos in this game lack ranged punishing power. And that's basically like, that's one of Blanka's big weapons. Is if you don't have ranged punishing power, a lot of his stuff is just safe. You're not gonna be wrong, Blanka's still like a low tier character and Ken's like a high tier character. So it's still pretty good. It's pretty safe, pretty fair. But this is a matchup where Blanka can do a lot of work. That was a great jump. I forgot how far Blanka bounces off you with hard up or hard Blanka ball. On a hit, all of his Blanka balls bounce really far away. But on block, the medium and hard one don't bounce that far. Oh, that was nice. That was a good snipe. It's like one of the last frames he could have done that. I've got to a point in my game where I have to decide how fast I want my character to move and how far I want them to jump. And that's actually like a really hard call for me. I definitely want it to be faster than Prince of Persia. I ended up removing a lot of the pre-jump frames on the running jump, and it made it feel so much fucking nicer. It felt really awkward, what I was working with before, but now it feels pretty responsive. It's a balance between something looking cinematically good and something whoa. Is that a failed ultra? How fast I want to move? I think it's important to prioritize gameplay over visuals. Don't get me wrong. But there's a certain point where I can literally just make it like as long as players holding right, move right, you know? And then the nanosecond they stop. And that just ends up feeling really basic. There's a certain point where rules are good. Limitations are good. But I want it to be really, like, slight. I think Mario 64 is one of the holy grails for video game movement. Oh, he mistimed it. He wanted a fireball meaty enough that it would Blanka would have to wake up and do it, but not so meaty that Blanka couldn't wake up Ultra 2. But even in Mario 64, you can like a whole lot of the jump issues can be solved with a long jump, if you know what I mean. If the puzzle is how do I do X, the answer is frequently a long jump. Even basic movement. In Prince of Persia, you can move slightly faster by repeatedly jumping compared to running. And I think I don't want that for my game. That doesn't make sense. Oh, that was great. I want it to be a lot. I want you to not have to stop. That's a really important thing for me, and that's one of the weaknesses I perceive in Prince of Persia. I want that a player to, like, be able to fluidly move from any given thing to any other thing. So I want a lot more, like, transitions that weren't possible in the original Prince of Persia. Yowdy. Oh. Not a great punish, though. He linked the flash kick. He had to, because he didn't cancel the third jab. It was good, though. So, like, it's impossible to do a running jump and then turn it into an upward ledge grab in Prince of Persia. But I want to be able to do that. I want to add a slide. Prince of Persia didn't have a slide. I think a slide would be great. I like it. Ultra? Didn't even go for it. It probably would work there. He didn't believe. Ugh. Oh, the frame trap set up. It's kind of ghetto. Medium kick is more rewarding than good, if you know what I mean, for Ken. Close medium kick. Rarely works out. It's harder to get frame traps in general in this game because the throw window is much smaller. You only got 2 frames to counter hit a throw. Compared to 4. Ew. Nice thing. This guy's good at that. That's hard to do. Well, it's not so hard that it's not like, you know. I wouldn't have blocked that overhead. Uh-oh. EX Flash? Makoto expected it, but didn't get the punish. That was like 100% the right play for Makoto. So I'm surprised that it didn't work out. I've never read Twilight. Nice empty cancel. Oh, that was nice. Oh, kind of hit combo. I think that works naturally. I think that's a 4 frame close fierce. In Omega it's 5, I think. But I think in this game it's 4, right? All I know about Twilight is that there's a girl and a vampire and a werewolf, and she doesn't know which one she wants, but she goes with the vampire, and then she has a baby, and the werewolf ends up with the kid. I'd like complain about like the fantasies going on there, but like when you look at like James Bond, it's the same shit, but with male fantasies instead of female. Pure masturbatory writing. Oh, it ended. Good thing I got 2 more. Who wanted to play third? I'll play it, damn it. Harry Potter's writing is also a bit masturbatory. That steering of the neutral jump medium kick to get out of the corner. Very cute. I'm surprised that I've played this game for this long and I've never seen Seth use that particular normal in that particular position where it makes so much sense to use it. I usually see a jump over dive kick, but that can never cross up, I don't think, in that case. This up. The thing I didn't like about Harry Potter, even the first time I was reading it, was that Harry is consistently rewarded for being disobedient. I'm alright. Zero accountability. Also, he kind of spends like his entire childhood like dreaming about like magic and shit. And then he gets the opportunity to learn magic and he literally does not care. But I have mixed feelings about that. I used to think that was lousy writing, but now I kind of feel like the thing he wanted all along was the fucking human contact. Plus, it's very common to want something until you fucking actually start learning it and then you realize it sucks. In fact, that's quite a lot like me. Not necessarily bad writing. If it was me, I'd learn that magic so fast. Chris Strong's really plus, but I don't know if he could have done anything there. Press jab. I might have a cold starting. I like low-key want to do the same thing. Once I've got a game out there. I want to drop irrelevant details on Twitter. How do I do it but not be insufferable? Okay, it probably won't be on Twitter, it'll probably be on Tumblr. And also I'll probably make a Tumblr just to show this game. I've like only been on Tumblr a couple times. I know it's like a fucking circle jerk place for circle jerking. She might have indeed never said Hermione was white, but it's a really random thing because she definitely envisioned something or other. And I know that people have now combed the entire books trying to find mentions of Hermione being white, and I think there are a few, but they're not like... They're like Hermione's pale face and shit like that. It's like, yeah, she was probably envisioning, and by probably I mean definitely envisioning a white character. I don't see the issue. Fucking England at the time had like a 3% like non-white population in a lot of places, right? It's gone up a little bit lately, but like, you know, that's where it's set. I don't know who's better in this matchup. Cody has nice punish damage, which is alright, but not a game changer. But it does help against any grappler. I feel like Hermione didn't do... Or Hermione did too much like heroism compared to most of the other characters. Like, Harry did the most, but like... I don't know, there wasn't anything about him that made him more likely to do them. He was just in the position to do them. He's more likely to because he's more disobedient, I guess. But Hermione just reads as the most talented. It's not like everyone had their own talents or anything like that. You know what I mean? It feels like Harry and Ron were just kind of getting carried. Gotta get that meter build for round 4. Rom was one of the more likable characters. Rupert Grint is one of the more likable characters IRL. Made a good story. Book 3 is very strong. I think there's a power gap between book 5 and book 3 and all the other books. Those two are pretty nice. If there are more poison players, people would hate poison. Only balanced by the fact that no one plays her. Oh. Oh, ain't that the worst. That was like the only way he could have lost with that little time left. He should have just ran the clock with juggle into Rekkas. Maybe an empty jump lane DP. Poison is very slow and defensive. She's got a move that's basically a better version of Remy's Cold Blue Kick. She's got a Rekka that's pretty confirmable but not very safe. It's -4, which is as unsafe as Rekkas get in this game, and also leaves her pretty close. She's got probably the single best fireball in the game. And she's got a DP that's really not bad. Diarrhea on your shoe. I do not envy you. That's plus, and it plays out an animation on hit for good damage, like 200 some. Booty sauce. Technically speaking, Cody's Ultra 2 goes through fireballs. But doing that against Guile is, while possible, a nightmare. Because there's a high chance you're going to trade with the fireball, especially if it's a light one. And you also need to the Ultra very close and very, very quickly after Guile fireballs. Booty sauce sounds like a slang name for like a made-up sauce you can make out of sauces that you'll find like in a restaurant. It's like, hey, pass that mayo, pass that mustard, pass that ketchup. I'm gonna put all three together to make some booty sauce. It's gotta have at least one brown thing in it, so I guess one of them has to be barbecue sauce. Because the end result's gotta be brown if it's gonna be booty sauce. I can see this being Cody's worst matchup. Mayo chop. We are now. I have personally put the combination of mustard and mayo on a hot dog with onion, and it was fucking good. I don't even like mayo. But mustard plus mayo plus hot dog plus bun is fucking nice. So when they made mustard plus mayo, I mean that's already a thing, right? Hollandaise or whatever, or is that the one with ketchup? When I saw that they were doing one of those, I was like, yes, that's gonna be pretty good. But mayo chop. They're probably both fine. Nice. Pretty strong. He comes and goes. He usually goes between low and high tier. He's rarely top and he's rarely bottom. He's usually one of the more technical characters. I can't think of a game he's in where he's not technical. Q is like the one where he's the least technical, but there's still quite a lot of finesse. Oh, Hollandaise is something completely different. What's the one that is? There's a name for that. For Mayo plus mustard. It's already got a name. Blanka's like bottom 3, to be honest. Maybe not bottom 3. Definitely bottom 10 somewhere. He really can't convert very well. He needs 3 bars to make a combo meaningful. Often 4. May I must. What do you guys think of Sriracha on a sandwich? Only certain Blanka balls and certain characters are unsafe on hit. That's pretty true. No in between. Whoa. He got the negative edge up ball when he wanted a Blanka ball. Suffix here to vouch for the fact that Blanka sucks. Nice thing. The top bottom 4. Whoa, another one. That was like 2 in a row. What the fuck? How'd you do that? Didn't you like just sub to me? Oh, this is the red focus combo. And then he immediately uses it for a reset. Fucking Blanka in a nutshell. Oh, I got the link. And then did a stupid cancel anyway. Maybe a roll in third strike would be pretty trash. Blanka ball would be probably okay. I can't think of a move like it, but there probably is one. A ball would be mediocre because it's one hit only. Annoying for an anti-air. Dashing straight works like it in terms of hitting, but Blanka bounces off once he hits you. Game's going okay. There's no Blanka in third strike now. Yes, Alex's Stomp is exactly that. Except Alex's Stomp knocks down, and whether Blanka ball would or not, I have no idea. Low short, low forward comboed. They're both +4. Blanka unfortunately has a forfeit Miltra. And because of that, they had to be very, very, very stingy with the plus frames. Which means that all Blanka's links are 1 or 2 frame, which is obnoxious. The Mega Tournaments hadn't even stopped. And also Suffix right there. Bar strong, huh? Pretty good normal. I know, they could have. I don't know why they did what they did. And that's what they did with like every other Ultra. Blanka's Ultra is unmistakably trolling on purpose, his Ultra 1. An invisible first hit that's 4 frames. A sequence of low, overhead, low. Where if the initial hit doesn't hit, it starts with the overhead. And depending on how far away the opponent is, you can land with the overhead and like have it never hit, so the low hits. That's nice, but I don't think it'll kill. Double Ultra. Oh no. Blanka does have a good answer to fireballs. Ooh, Blanka won. It was double Ultra. It would be trash. That wasn't even Blanka sucking. That Ultra is actually pretty powerful. Blanka can't combo into it very easily. Ooh, very nice. To be honest, Ultra 2 is already like a double Ultra. You've already got 2 different things you can do with it depending on the scenario. Do you have some like -3 thing he's looking for, -4 thing he's looking for? Ooh. Blanka's Ultra 1 is pretty strong as well, but the Grand Ultra 2 is weak. Ooh, look at that. Good play. Yeah, Blanka's fine. If he could have, he probably should have gone over Seth. Nice. Seth tried to chase it down, but he was a bit early. This is arcade. They're both double Ultra. I guess Ultra 1 is pretty good to have against Blanka, even if you don't use it. So I guess Ultra double is actually alright for Rose here. I kind of like it. He definitely didn't have to use that bar. Honestly, just low down forward medium kick probably would have won him the game. Blanka would have had a really hard time beating that. Doesn't surprise me. Depends on what Capcom announces. People definitely have some big old question marks right now. The Bath Cup was just an accident. That's how my week played out. Don't worry, there'll be one next week. In fact, I don't work tomorrow, so I can technically have one tomorrow. Oh, the red focus on a block. Uh-oh. I don't want to compete with them. Good doubles. It's a pretty small list. If you've got some, like, ultra that prevents the opponent from doing something really obnoxious, and then you've got another ultra that's actually good, that ultra double can be pretty good to use. A lot of the ultra doubles are actually a lot better than people play. There are a lot of characters where double is viable, but like people just pick their preferred ultra. Double is very unexplored because people don't like the idea of losing damage at the ultra that they already can land. Maybe Yun has a pretty good double ultra in some matchups. You would definitely usually run ultra 1, but in matchups where ultra 2 is a good punish, you probably wouldn't run ultra 2, you'd probably just run ultra double. Same with Makoto. Makoto has actual matchups where she just run only ultra 2 though, but you could definitely do 1, 2, or double for Makoto. All the grapplers have a really big damage cut for their ultra doubles, so it makes it worse for them. They only do 60% full damage instead of 75. Honestly, like, just running Ultra 2 and then doing a grab instead of a 720 is better for Hakan than running Ultra Double. Same with Geef and T-Hawk. You'd rather just pick Ultra 2. What a bad completion. Yeah, Hugo as well. Rose is one of the better characters to run Ultra Double, I think. One of the best, maybe. Ooh. Japanese arcades use BP and also usernames. In the Japanese arcades, you have a player card that you like put into the console, I think, and it saves your name and your BP, but not like PP or anything. It uses a different system than the online one. It's BP only. Yeah, your color and costume and your character, I guess. Ooh, it's a start. It's a start. DJ has really high damage in the corner. DJ has really high damage in general. Ooh, that could have been it. No, it really couldn't have. I can only think of a few matchups where I'd ever want Rose's Ultra 1 as a punish. Blanka is probably one of them. It can be nice as an ATO too, I guess. Very nice. Fun fact, Rose's throw range is super duper fat. It's like the third highest in the game, I think. The second. I seem to recall Sim has a rather fat throw range. Oh, jump jab. I don't know if I've ever seen that normal on Rose. Double Rog. That might be good against, like, Dan. Or, like, another Rog. There's, like, a couple matchups where that wouldn't be a complete meme. If you've got a 2-frame grab Ultra, it's actually really good against Dan. But because you never see Dan in the first place, it's not really a factor. But being able to turn off Dan's EX and also medium and heavy Dan kicks is pretty nice. Yeah, taunt and recovery is counter hit punishable. It's like the first example of that in a Street Fighter game, I think. Of a move that's punishable by during counter hit. It's been like that since vanilla. Just parry and land it and be a fucking badass with your parrying. It works after a parry. Ugh. EX boom, EX boom, EX boom. And the battle continues. Whoa. There's a lot of terrible balance between supers and third strike. It's not just limited to the low tiers either. Alex is one of the only characters with 3 bad supers though. Yang debatably has 3 mediocre supers. Sam is pretty good, but it just doesn't last very long. You don't have much meter to play with. The other 2 are pretty bad. Ken probably has, like, the biggest disparity. Ken has 2 very shit supers and 1 very good one. It's usually not that obvious. Sean actually has better supers than Alex. Every single one of Sean's supers is better than Alex's good super. Sad but true. Sean supers are okay. The good one is SA2, since you know you can actually land it, and also because it gives you all those bars, hashtag bars. I'll play Fightcade. I'll do it right now. I'll do it after this match. It definitely can follow out. It usually doesn't. You can definitely use it in scenarios where it won't. Ontario. That's pretty far away. The grab landing after the whole thing being blocked only happens on some characters, and I think it only happens in the corner anyway. Oftentimes if you block the first hit, you'll often also have to block the 4th hit, and then the pushback is really high. Oh, you made some? I made a couple 420s recently. I gotta do the Elena ones. I made the Makoto ones and it was a bitch. I did the T-Hawk ones pretty recently too. Makotos were really awkward. I did someone else just recently. I was gonna do the Elena ones today. I might still. There's like other Cody ones that aren't the 3 that are on there. Cody ended up having, everyone did Cody ones I think, or a lot of people did Cody ones. So Cody ended up having like 20 420 combos. And the 3 that are on there are like not the 3 best ones. Oh, very nice. I think it'll be a while before people ask for our Mika again. Street Fighter 7, maybe. Mika has never been fun to fight. It's a common thread I see. Wow, I hate Mika. Among everyone who except Mika players. That backdash was nice. He's still minus at the end of that, but I don't think it was a punish. Fierce just whiffed. I saw a lot of G's recently. Some SF5 thing. I guess it was final round, since that's the most recent one. Was it just me or were there G's everywhere? It's alright because I like watching G. I like fighting him too, and to be honest I like playing as him. That character gets a thumbs up from me. To get the focus level 3s, I'll probably just manually time them in the actual video. But I definitely use that to help find them, that strategy. Find some normal that if you FADC it, you get the level 3. Ooh, he had a combo completion there by releasing a quesadilla bomb. I love how Fartes don't even hold quesadilla bombs most of the time though. Probably not so much anymore. Probably as of Ultra, it's pretty common. Spab made a frame trapped fucking combo loadout thing. Export. It's got like a auto combo feature. Am I the cuck or is Spab the cuck? Or is it both of us? Nice. It depends on who you play, but I think most people don't mind Makoto in Third Strike. She's stressful to fight, but I don't think she really feels broken. Remember, there wasn't even an idea that she was like a top character until the second half of the lifespan of the game. And the idea that she's literally top 3 is still pretty new. The idea that she's better than not only Dudley, but also maybe Ken. The big key with Ken is he's better against the actual top tiers, though. A character can definitely have a strong or weak kit. I think Alex is probably in the weak kit boat, and Makoto's probably in the strong kit boat. It's like just the act of making the character honest to their origins makes them good or bad. I was thinking about Alex recently. It's like if I was gonna fix Alex, what would I do? I would probably actually copy SF5's medium chop. I think that was one of the good things it did. And then I'd make hard chop the same speed as current medium chop, but keep the damage. Some combo completions would be nice. If you could do a bunch of crutch light kicks into a crutch medium kick, that'd be kind of cool. Light chop super cancelable would be so fucking nice. That'd be an incredible quality of life change for him. I think you should be able to hit combo into SA1. I think that would be really good. I probably wouldn't even try to fix Super 3. Super 3 is probably better off broken. Yeah, 2 shorts into Super would be wonderful. Oh, he missed the punish. That punishes. I like this Dulcim outfit a lot. One of my favorite alts in the whole game. It's funny anyway, but he's got like the weird wooden joints. I'd probably keep it 2 frame. I would just make it so you can oh, chased effectively. I'd probably just make it you can combo into it. Off of anything that's like +2. Imagine if you could do light chop or medium chop and then just link ultra or super 1. Oh, cancelable lariat would be good too, actually. That's something he has in SF5 that would be really good in SF3. Lariat back turns, so if he could super cancel it, he'd just get the combo into back turn super 1. Or super 3 potentially. If they did nothing else to Super 3 but made it so Lariat into Super 3 was a combo, that would actually be pretty good for Super 3. That would make it like a pretty decent option as a super. While not making it broken. If it's like, you know, parry into Lariat into Super 3 into post-dizzy combo, that would be pretty strong. Down hard punch into knee works, but not on grounded opponents. You need 1 hit only of the down hard punch. Which means it either needs to get the second hit only or it needs to trade. Or you need to get it from a very, very specific distance away from the opponent. Dennis said. Just play the twins, then you won't hit them anymore. Maybe. Very nice. Nice range completion. One comes back and not both. That's the first time I've ever seen that opinion. Yun is in CVS 2 and Alpha 3. No Yang. Also Capcom Fighting Evolution. Ooh, very nice. Both come back, but one is evil. Isn't that already how it is? We just don't know which one the evil one is. Just play a character with 10-0 matchup against twins like Evil Ryu. I don't remember if Evil Ryu was supposed to be twins or twins was supposed to be Evil Ryu. I think Evil Ryu was supposed to be twins. But it's been a really long time since I used to see people discuss that, and it was always discussed at a very high level. Above my level of Evil Ryu. But that was like a matchup I wouldn't say it was played often because there weren't a whole lot of young players, but it was like an often discussed matchup at top tier play in Ultra. The super. You don't see this very often in this game. Blanka doesn't have that many opportunities to super either. The main selling point of supers is they're usually pretty easy to land. Here we go. And he's got the combos. Oh. He went for the reset and got lit up. An overhead reset would have killed Blanka there. Makoto SA3 is actually not that bad. It's just very mediocre compared to the other two. I would make the damage increase less, and I would give her the ability to block. That would make it balanced. It would just be like the invincibility plus a bit of extra damage, plus you're not picking the other two supers. The way they did our super in Omega mode is pretty good. Something like that would be really nice. Imagine if only in Super 3 could Makoto's Fukiyage hit grounded opponents. Like all grounded opponents. That's what Omega did, and it's actually very interesting. It basically turns all our moves into their almost EX versions. Ooh, good OS. Oh. EX electricity. You don't see that very often on purpose anyway. I don't actually know the difference between regular and EX electricity. EX is more plus, and it definitely does more damage. Well, I don't even know it's more plus. Different versions of electricity do different amounts of damage. I mean, have different amounts of plus frames. I wouldn't be surprised if jab electricity was more plus than EX. Frame data on Tanden depends on how far away you are and which version Seth does, and also how elapsed it is before you actually get pulled in. So there's like 3 different factors that radically change it. It's usually plus, but it can be punishable. Assuming we're talking about Tanden and Engine. And not Tanden Renki. Wait, Heavy's the best on block? I thought it was Jab that was the best on block. Oh, no, yeah. It's Jab into Heavy electricity, isn't it? 4-frame attack into +10. Or 3-frame attack into +10, if you like. Must be nice. The pushback's not super duper high as either, so you can get that twice on a ton of characters without them being able to really contest you. Chip. I seem to recall the EX electricity's chip is really high. In Error Edition, Street Fighter 4 Error Edition, he made a medium Blanka ball do like 10 damage on hit, but like 50 or like 100 damage on block, which is really hilarious. I didn't know that. Don't tell me that was your idea. Oh, counter hit. I noticed recently that level 1 focuses do more damage than level 2 focuses in Omega mode. Which I thought was kind of funny. Shut up, you're a very strange guy. Oh. That's a punish. He got a little too greedy. Should have been a regular, shouldn't have been EX. There was no reason for it to be EX in that context. I think Seth is my favorite Omega character. Not Omega, Air Edition. Ooh, that was tense. Seth does have invincibility on EX spin kick. Definitely fireball invincibility, but maybe even total invincibility? I don't remember. Excuse me. Yeah, if you like start watching the dust in this game, you'll realize that literally everything makes dust, and all the time. Never pay attention to the dust, or else you'll never unsee it. These characters are fighting on the dustiest environments in the universe. That was probably still a punish. Wasn't great though. Ooh. He could have killed that with the right punish. He should have not gone to a Shoryuken. Should have been like hard Kyoku Kyoku. They should make a stage that's just like an attic. And you got like the pink insulation everywhere. I could do that right now. Watching this does make me want to play it. Oh, I don't think that was supposed to be a heavy boom. How far am I into this video? I might as well finish it now. It's 3 minutes left. Crouch Fierce first hit, the bane of all Seth players. Shoutouts to Urian in SF5 where he gets the launch either way. But he gets a little itty bitty baby launch off the first hit and a big launch off the second. And of course the first combos into the second. Ugh. Nice. It's incredible that every little way that EX Fireball is different from a regular one, it's worse. I can think of a few stand light kicks that are really similar. Looks good. Oh, it wasn't. He actually landed that fast. DJ has an ordinary amount of landing recovery after any shot. 4 frames. He can block during the 3rd and 4th. But he does hit the ground a lot faster. DJ getting hit out of EX Sobot and he's hit midair. I mean, he is visually airborne for some of that. It's just still kind of weird though. Seth close medium kick looks a bit like Guy's. No. Yes, right? I think with the close medium kick he kicks with his close foot, and with the far medium kick